pronunciation of this one.
Oh, here we go.
Llandaff.
Almost, not bad, but
Llandaff.
there, that's much better.
In true Welsh style on the Buckinghamshire station. But it looks like already it's Leicester Rowing Club on the Berkshire station, who have a dominant lead. I mean, that's got to be 3 lengths now, Greg.
Yeah, they've obviously got out of the blocks pretty early on and looking very comfortable, aren't they? And they've taken their rate down already and they haven't even got to the enclosures. So, as you say, 3 to 4 lengths ahead of Llandaff. A lovely small club, Llandaff, and they've done terrifically, produced some great scullers. Shiplake College's Dave Curry, who's director of rowing there, used to row out of Llandaff. They're a really good club. But it's, without doubt, it's Leicester who are dominating this particular race as they're approaching the enclosures there. Mums and dads and grannies, granddads will all be shouting encouragement just in a moment. And look how relaxed they are. They've taken it right down. They're perhaps leaning back more than they might necessarily do otherwise. They will have been enjoying the applause as they come past, just keeping an eye on Llandaff. But it is Leicester that really are dominant here.
Yeah, and this Leicester Rowing Club combination, a bit of an unknown quantity. They didn't boat a double at the National Schools Regatta, whereas Llandaff did and finished 6th in the D final of the Championship Girls double sculls. So we know the form of the Welsh crew, but Leicester Rowing Club really putting in a pretty impressive performance here. Maybe they'll be a crew to watch in the latter stages. Often at the Henley Women's Regatta, the junior women's singles and junior women's quads are the favoured events for the top athletes, which sometimes leaves a little bit of a gulf to be filled by some of the intermediate crews. So it's going to be interesting to see how Leicester progress through the competition. But we'll head back to the start now for another heat of the junior women's double sculls with Nottingham Union on the Berkshire station and Trent Burton Leander Composite on the Buckinghamshire station. Pretty good steering from both crews off the start, which is always nice to see. It means a nice fair race can develop down the course. And I think at the moment it is the Nottingham Union crew who have stolen the march on their opponents from Trent and Burton Leander. It's difficult to see with the umpire's launch slightly blocking our view of the crew on the Buckinghamshire station. And as I say, it's good to see, well, I say that, but Nottingham and Union are drifting into the middle slightly, but it's good to see both crews staying apart so we can have a nice fair race. The umpire is warning the Nottingham crew just to be on the safe side, I think, just to make sure they don't cause any trouble further down the course. But from our perspective here, I think it is Nottingham and Union, Greg, who have moved out to an early advantage.
Yeah, it's a bit of a local rivalry here, isn't it? They probably will have raced each other in local regattas already up around the Nottingham area, so they probably know about each other a little bit. I wonder just how long the Trent Burton Leander composite has been together, and I wonder if that's why Nottingham are looking the smoother at the moment, even if their steering wasn't absolutely terrific. But certainly that's a great shot, as you can see the parallel blades of Nottingham and Union sculling really well. The depth of the blades absolutely the same for both the stroke and the bow. And you'd have to say, Tom, although the Trent and Burton Leander, they look perhaps physically to be the taller of the two crews and looking pretty powerful, their technique, their sculling together isn't just as crisp as the Nottingham and Union is.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not as cohesive from the composite. If you look at the way they're sculling, there's a slight lean to one side from the bow girl in the composite crew, which is obviously going to cost them time because all the time she's going to be pulling round to the left, which is going to cost them, every stroke it's going to cost them that little bit of straight lineage. So obviously not as cohesive sculling from those girls, and I think Nottingham and Union really making the most of that. They are moving out to around length and a half now, 2 lengths perhaps. So I think they're going to have this race relatively comfortably in the bag. I think looking as they come down the course, I think Nottingham and Union about 2 lengths now.
So is that another one of your technical terms that I've missed out? Straight lineage.
Straight lineage, yeah, for sure. I quite like it. I think I'm going to use it from now on. There's copyright on that. Straight lineage.
Straight lineage. You're never too old to learn, are you? Straight lineage. I'm going to use that today and tomorrow now.
Tom Morgan School of Coaching.
Brilliant. So, look at please look at the sculling from Nottingham Union. It is absolutely terrific. It really is. And beautifully coached and great demonstration of double sculling at its best. It'll be interesting to see what speed they've got. The boat speed looks pretty good. Now things are taking a worrying turn. I won't say for the worse, as a chap called Martin Unsworth has sat down. He's obviously getting old now because he's got glasses.
Strength 2.
Strength 2.
The trick is you go to a well-known chemist and get a prescription, then
Right.
go to the bloke in the car park on the dodgy stall and pay a couple of quid for them.
I thought you were the dodgy guy with the
I
store.
can't actually see a thing. Greg, very, very well done. It's been wonderful having you here commentating and giving Tom, who is a writer for the Times newspaper, giving him elocution lessons. Tremendous.
It's important. Traditional teaching isn't lost.
Well done, you. Right, what do we have on the course at the moment, Greg?
We've got a junior double sculls at the moment, and as we go away, I've just been telling the viewers how terrific the Nottingham and Union double scullers are. We're not quite sure how fast they are. It'll be interesting in the next round. The Burton Leander composite, as you can see, very strong, but just not as technically neat as the Nottingham Union. So that's a junior double sculls that we're doing at the moment. And the next race, we've got Warrington again, and Tom and I have been talking about the resurgent Warrington boat club, and they're interestingly against Sir William Borley's boat club. You'll know a bit about them.
Sir William Borlasses, actually,
is it?
just to pull you up on something.
Thank you.
Headmaster. Sir William Borlasses School is Borlasses. Borlass. Nobody says it. I'm the only one that pronounces it proper.
Like.
Yeah. Sir William Borlasses School, previous coach there, now of course the Robin Dowell, the junior head coach for Great Britain. And Robin did a fantastic job there. Talking about resurgence, just down the road, Great Marlow School. Wow, haven't they done well lately?
Well, Fergus, the coach there,
Brilliant.
He's just his wife never sees him. Now maybe that's a good thing, but he is just terrific. He's just brought them up from almost nothing, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he's a big rugby man, and I know this will thrill you when I say that England have won the series down under.
Are they
Having
playing
beaten
England?
the Australians 20 points to 7 with a couple of minutes to go. I can see the delight on your face.
It's difficult for a Scotsman who was born in Wales to be able to get really excited about English rugby.
I know. I'm
mean,
thrilled.
have you
Here
heard
we are
of-
coming up to the finish then. Back to rowing. And, well, Greg, beautiful bit of scull in there.
It is, isn't it? Just terrific, all the way down the course. It'd be really interesting, as I said, to see what sort of boat speed they've got when we see them up against one of the better crews, perhaps.
Right, you were talking about the next race here, which is, of course, Warrington against Sir William Borlasses Boat Club. We're actually looking at Warrington there, with a lot of clear water between them and the other. And I'm not sure what's happened here.
It doesn't look as though they're racing, does it?
No,
So we've got
no, it doesn't. We've got a shot there of the girls from Warrington. No, they've done brilliantly. I remember seeing a boat of theirs, must have been a quad, bright yellow, sponsored by the local dentist. Do you remember it?
Yeah, it's terrific.
It was really, really good.
That looks like a row over almost, doesn't it? I wonder if they.
I'm
Sir William Borlase.
struggling to see whether the Borlas boat is. Oh yeah, they are quite a bit behind. Well, I'm sorry to say we missed that. Now whether they have had a wee bit of an upset there, you've got to think that's probably what happened. Anyway, that looks like Warrington well and truly have that one in the bag. We have another race on the course at the moment, which ought to see Tyne Amateur Rowing Club race number 139 just before 1 p.m. up against Wallingford. Tyne Amateur Rowing Club nearest to us on the Berkshire station, and Wallingford on the Buckinghamshire station and on the far side. And it's Wallingford that have a length lead now as we look overhead. A shot from the drone shows a lead there of about a length and a quarter. They're heading now down through the car parking area, having cleared Temple Island, They're probably about a third of the way, Greg, and Wallingford doing some good stuff.
They're terrific, aren't they? And lovely stretch of water they've got that they train on. I would have thought that this, I don't know if this is Louisa Bird that's in this one, or Lucy Bird or Amy Bird, because they're twins. And they usually row together, but they seem to have split them up. So there's two Wallingford crews, so apologies if we don't get the right one, Amy or Lucy. But they've had a terrific start there, haven't they? And it's Tyne that need to be doing the chasing.
Coming up now past Remenham Church and heading towards what was the barn bar, the old barn now Copus Farm offices, then up towards the enclosure. So very shortly they'll be passing us at the halfway point, and Warrington looked very, very good in that previous race, although it was a bit of a walkover. But these girls look very strong as well here. We're in for some cracking racing over this next half. We're about halfway through this Henley Women's Regatta 2016, with racing right the way through until 6 p.m. tonight, and coverage, of course, on the streaming. These images being streamed all around the world, and a huge amount of people watching these pictures and supporting their crews. And as Wallingford now go past us at the halfway point, it is a lead of probably some 3 lengths. There we go. No, it's less. I do beg your pardon. It's about a length's lead. Yeah, so there's still a little bit in this. Wallingford over time, just about a length. We've got something. There we go. That's Wallingford just taking it up there. A little bit of wash maybe coming from that boat. Still a bit in this. Tyne are having to go back here, Greg.
They are terrific, isn't it? They're having a really good go at Wallingford, and they found a bit of speed, and they've got that boat moving along quite nicely. A little cheeky look over there by the stroke of Tyne, then digging back down again, saying to herself, "Oh, we can get back on this. Come on, let's go." They're just approaching Upper Thames, so there's about 150 metres to go, and they've taken the rate up, and Wallingford have had to respond. And respond they have, and actually Wallingford looking a little bit ragged. Maybe they put so much into the first half. It's actually Tyne that are rowing the neater at the moment, but Wallingford have that edge of distance on them at the moment.
Not easy to see from the camera angle, but it looked as if Wallingford have had a bit of a push there and may well have broken clear of Tyne, but Tyne really did have a bit of a go there. The beauty of these boats is that you can accelerate them. I mean, they're really, really nippy boat to race.